Today, I need to build a routing template for a Strat style single coil pickup. And I had this brilliant idea. I don't know why I never thought of this before, but after getting the pickup hole made, whatever, I decided to route a channel about 3/8 thick so it could sit over the fretboard, so you can butt it up to the fretboard, which would be a great idea for I wish I had done that long ago, just for our whatever thingy, humbuckers. I'm a fucking retard. Okay, got the first one done, all nice, fat, dumb, and happy, and I had just got everything set up and lined up and ready to do the second one, and fucked up my template, which pissed me off, and I didn't feel like making another one. Okay, well, I still don't feel like making another one, but we got to. So, what I'm going to do... Now, when I did this, I thought, about 7 inches by 7 inches is about perfect for, giving you enough room to clamp, and it doesn't overhang too much. It just seemed like a relatively decent dimension. Sometimes this is 3/4. Sometimes that's not going to be fat enough, which is how I fucked up this template to start with. So I got to thinking, much like our electronics cavity template, which is a stack of shit that's has 4 or 5 dowels to keep everything locked together in place, I want to do that with a pickup template, but I'm thinking 5 pieces of 1/4 inch, 2 of which have a slot cut out for fretboard. So with 5, you should be able to gently, slowly go down as deep as we want, without causing too much trouble. Now, it would also be nice, now that I think about it, if there was some way that we could leave the bottom one clamped in place as we remove top ones. So, but that's the order of business today. I'm not excited about making another pickup template, but that's what we're doing, and hopefully it'll be a little bit straighter and cleaner and nicer than this one anyway. So, off we go. Okay, step 1. Well, shit. I don't know. I marked off an inch on either side so I know where this is going to go. When the time comes, we'll get these as lined up as we possibly can. Clamp them together so they're not moving. Drill our little line-up holes, whatever, or dowel holes. What I do like to do, these, we're kind of limited on where we can put them. We don't want them too close to the edge, but not too close to the work either. But I like to put at least some of them in not symmetrical places, so you know which way the template goes. In theory it shouldn't matter, but in reality it's gonna matter. Okay, mostly going off of measurement of an existing pickup, I tried to draw this out to where it's going to be tight, but it's probably not going to be quite right. I'm not sure how best to approach that because I don't want to put a shitload of work into it. However, this looks like it's going to be pretty decent, and basically I lined it up on the back line and just made me a pencil mark, which comes out a little bit more of a hole than we're really going to need, but I can get the angle on how those slant. Okay, so then I could symmetrically draw this out, at least as best as I could. And I can use the cover to get the curves, even though we're just going to rely on the router bit. I mean, it did a pretty decent job. Oh no, I take that back. That was, never mind. That was, yeah, that was not our handiwork with the router. That was the Forstner bit. Shit. So we may just try our damnedest to get the Forstner bit in the perfect spot, and then, you know, route to the rounding, and hope everything just turns out magically perfect. In the meantime, my best guess on how we're going to handle this is 2 pieces of MDF just lined up right, you know, corner to corner, so we can just route through there. At least that's what I'm thinking. But we will try to get a nice clean template routed out of this one piece. Okay, and then we can line them all up and start working it through. So that's my plan anyway. We'll see how that all works out. Yeah. Alright, it looks like 3/4 inch Forstner is ever so slightly smaller than we need, but I'm basically just relying on it to get our curve on the end. Just a little bit of wiggle room everywhere else. So we're going to try to punch our holes with 3/4. I already mashed that in there pretty tight so I know where they register. So hopefully we can put them in the right place. There we got our starting point, right on the lines. Yeah, okay. Now we just got to connect the dots. Okay, this looks a little janky, a little ghetto fabulous. There's a lot of fixtures and jigs tend to be, but I promise there's a method to the madness. Anyway, the whole point to this is we have a base to get us off the table. We have this resting where there's room for the bit to go. We have a straight edge put in place, and I used a pencil to make sure we registered right at the deepest part of our holes. Luckily, this clamp will act as a stop, keep us from going too far. Not quite so much on this side. I wasn't really trying to set that up, but I think we can ease into there where we need to. I took a little handsaw just to knock the middle out. So yeah, and then I just rolled some masking tape to plant that in place just so we got base. So I'm going to try to route this line real quick and easy like, and then see what we're going to do on this mess. Yeah, so here we go. Yeah, that'll do, pig. I like it. Good enough. Clean that up with files. think we're gonna have to get it off there to see what it looks like. Maybe we're okay. Maybe we're good. Let's see. It's not super tight, but it'll work. At least it looks nice and clean, like we, meant to. Okay, I just got everything relatively lined up. Good enough for now. I'm going to try to clean everything up after the fact. I'd like for it to have nice clean edges and stuff, but not horribly important. What is important is once I decide where I'm going to have it, make sure everything stays in perfect place while I drill our dowel holes. So I got a 1/4-inch dowel. We're going to knock 2 holes, put the dowels in place, and then we'll drill the other 2 and get them in place. So let's go do it. Now the only downside to having this type of setup is every time you want to pull a plate off, you need a dowel that's, or a whole new set of dowels that are shorter. Okay, now we got to get the rest of it dug out. And just like that, we got a template stack. Nice and clean. Now, since this particular template is for pickups, and I'm going to want to butt one up to the fretboard, or at least close to it, what I'm going to do now is the 2 bottom templates. I'm going to cut a slot out that will be wide enough to allow the fretboard. So, yeah. So, let's make that happen, Captain. Looks like 2.5 inches should be able to accommodate just about anything. Well, it looks a little ridiculous, doesn't it? Yeah, you'll get it in a minute. Making a little more sense now? Yes, sir, indeedy. And there we go. Nice clean template stack that will let us get deep as hell, or peel one off. I'm thinking maybe if I cut tabs in these so it's easy to get to, but we're in a good place where we can clamp the stack in place, make sure everything is where it's going to be, and without moving the original, ignore the fact that I only clamped it in one spot, you can peel one off and still be lined up to go to the next depth. Yahoo! At least that's the plan. That's the purpose. Yeah, so. Well, thanks for sticking around and watching. I hope you found this useful. I'm probably going to get me a straight edge and just run the router across here and just clean those up. I'm also probably going to draw me a center line on each plate in the stack. And I'm kind of toying with the idea of cutting some tabs in here so it's easy to peel one off the other. And I'm thinking, you know, like cut a chunk out of this one. I mean, just a little. Just enough to get a fingertip in there. And then offset on this one. And then maybe come back on that one. Maybe. I think that'll let you get a lip in here, or, you know, I guess you don't really have to on the top one. But anyone could be the top one. So, I don't know. I'm thinking I might do something like that, just to help peel them apart. Give it a shot if you want. If you find it useful, let me know, or, you know, don't, whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like this video, subscribe, check out the full meal deal, and stick around. We'll be doing more. Like, subscribe.